Welcome to On the Pharm, brought to you by Hollywood physique expert Eric the Trainer for Muscle Pharm. Your host, Doug Hall.
Hey, this is Doug Hall with Muscle Pharm. Today, we've got a very special guest. One of my favorite actors, Max Martini, is with us today. He's got a massive movie coming out that's going to be a huge draw this summer called Pacific Rim. It's got monsters versus robots and all sorts of action for all the action junkies out there. So, Max, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, Pacific Rim is a massive robots versus aliens movie. Warner Brothers and Legendary Pictures produced it. Guillermo del Toro directed it, who's amazing. I play an Australian Jaeger jockey. The robots are called Jaegers and they're piloted by two jockeys. I've seen the film and it looks amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How do you come about getting a role like that?
This is a funny story because I auditioned this little tiny piece of dialogue, and they said great, fantastic. I went home and it was one of the leads, and it was one of the highlights of my career, man. I mean, I was on the floor in this office alone, going, "Thank you, God." You know.
Do you have any other future projects coming out, or anything as far as in 2013?
Captain Phillips coming out that I did with Tom Hanks. Hadn't worked with him since Saving Private Ryan. I was in that also. And this is another military-based film. It's a story about the ship captain, true story about the ship captain that got taken by the Somali pirates. Okay. The Navy SEALs went in and rescued him. Right. I play the Navy SEAL commander that led that operation.
So the movie Sabotage is coming out in January. Who directed that? And who's in it? Because it sounds really cool.
Directed by David Ayer, who did End of Watch. Who was in it? Myself, Murray Enos from a show called The Killing, Josh Holloway from Lost, Joe Manganiello from True Blood. Incredible cast, man. These are Terrence Howard. These are the guys that are sort of in my storyline, and Sam Worthington from
Avatar.
Avatar, exactly. Additionally, this guy, Arnold.
All right. Well, how do your workouts come into play, and your nutrition and just the timing of all that?
When I go on location, the first thing I do is I find a gym.
Right.
And then I find a hotel that's near the gym.
Right. So as far as, your workouts and what you do, just in your normal life.
I'm in the gym, again, 5 days a week, I eat properly. In Los Angeles, I have a great weight trainer, Eric the Trainer. Yeah. I came into his office and he looked at me and he goes, you're looking a little skinny, dude. I used to pick my teeth with guys like you. we need to make you relevant to your job.
Any advice you could give to whether it's a guy my age walking in being like, man, I want to be in Hollywood, I want to be the next action guy, or even, these young kids?
First thing is that you got to work on your acting. You know what I mean? You have to go to school. You got to study acting. If you want to be a leading actor, everybody else out there is in the gym.
So folks, look for Max in Pacific Rim this July, look for him at Captain Phillips this fall, and then January, this coming year, 2014, look for Max and Arnold Schwarzenegger in Sabotage. Well, for Muscle Pharm, this is Doug Hall. Hit the gym, and we'll talk to you later.
Muscle Pharm.